Alright, you guys, uh, let's get started with our next project. If you're wondering about coding, I said I'll do it this week. Maybe some other time I actually said this week, but we were still in last week on Saturday, Sunday when I put that YouTube comment on from our last coding video from the calculator. But now I'm just gonna pause on the coding thing really and focus on some other stuff. So let me quickly turn my display capture off. Just a second. Alright, because I want to show you guys what we're going to do in Photoshop now. It's kind of similar to the previous one. It's not the exact same thing, right, but it's a little bit similar. Alright, so first we made ourselves big. I actually did one making myself small, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but we're also going to now try to make ourselves float. So before I show you guys making us float, let me show you guys the one where I made myself small. I got something, remove my background, but what I did was I wanted to show myself on my calculator pressing the number 3 key. It turned out to be pretty cool. Let me show it to you. That's not it. My files are popping up now. Photoshop. Alright, let's wait for that to finish loading. Alright. Oh, you guys still can't see my screen. But it's fine. Let me get Photoshop loaded first, and then I'll turn it on. Don't need to keep you guys waiting. Am I lagging? No. It's lunch break for me, but I'm still recording. How's the weather, guys? Is it cold or warm outside? Alright, so it's a small scale format I kind of made. So I'll open it to you guys in Photoshop itself. So let's move my webcam a little up. First, turn display capture on, a little higher, like that. And this goes in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but alright. So over here, here I am. I took a picture of myself in this pose, and I'm looking down on my calculator and I'm pressing the number 3 key, and I don't know if you guys can see. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, I can. Hold on. It's the number 3. So like I said, how did you do it? Pretty simple actually. Right, first of all, I got this calculator right over here, and then let's just turn that on. I'm not charging it. So yeah, put the number 3, right? I want to make sure the webcam see it. Alright, right. I don't know how I did it, but I was able to actually not get the flashing thing. Right, it should actually flash, and it should be looking at the next key, but I just typed. I think it's because I did like 1 plus 3 or something. No, 1 plus 2 or something. That's why I probably didn't flash, but then all the numbers were gone. So I'm typing the number 3 from my calculator, like this. Take a picture of that. That's one picture. Second picture, I took a different picture. I did this yesterday. Took a picture of myself. Took my last stuff. Actually, for this, you don't need to wear. You can wear glasses if you like, because this is one of those where we need to do face swaps and the glasses are gonna mess it up. Nope. So, because you can remove your background and it's gonna be just fine with or without your glasses. So here I am. I'm looking down. So I took a picture of myself. You know, made me take up straight. I told Hey Sammy take my picture. He got it at the front right the first time. Right, I said head to toe, take my entire body picture, got it, remove the background, and I'm actually looking down, right? Imported myself here, made this background. As you can see in the layers panel, I have a transparent background. And now over here, yeah, that's basically it. So my body mass is pressing the number 3 key, and it makes sense. this was kind of similar to the big one, right? Not too many differences, same steps, so this shouldn't take you a while if you want to try something like this, because we were supposed to do two, one big, one small. I completely forgot about the small one, so I just quickly did it yesterday, got it done, and because I just wanted to do one. So yeah, let's look at our next project now. Okay, I have a slideshow for that. Let me open it up really quickly. Do I have a slideshow for it or not? Yeah, I'm just talking to someone and they send me an email and they're asking me to look over something. Anyway, alright, so what we're doing is, it's a levitation project. So levitation basically means to float, and this can tell a story, and it's gonna be fun though, it's gonna be fun. Let me download the PowerPoint for you guys really quickly. It's 5 megabytes. It's downloading. Yeah, it's done downloading, and let's open it up. Alright, let's open it up. I know webcam's doing the flashing thing. Hopefully I can figure out why. Maybe if I do this it'll stop. No, I'm doing it. The only difference was I actually put some light on my webcam. Alright, so levitation. Let's put it in slideshow view. Oops. This is levitation. I'm on the first slide though. But display settings.
Wanna play Minecraft?
Later.
I'm playing in your world.
Cool. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go. Levitation right here, right? Or should I like switch? There we go. So this is an example. Now, what's wrong with this is, notice one thing, when they did this project, they actually look like they're falling. And we're not trying to make look like anybody's falling, because they didn't do this project correctly. You're just supposed to look like you float, but here they look like they're falling right from their ceiling roof, to the ground. They look like they're falling, okay? But you're not supposed to look like you're falling. Levitation means to float, and you look like you're floating. So let's look at another example. Did I skip one? No. She is also falling. Again, not one of the best examples, because I mean, they're trying to make it look like they float, but we notice here with the shadows and everything, or it's not the best way of telling that they're floating, right? It looks like they're actually falling from a certain height, not that they're floating. This one is an example of floating. Okay, it doesn't look like he's falling, right? Or it looks like he's just stuck in the air, and it doesn't look like he's moving up, right? He is in crouched position, but still, he is floating in the air. Alright, that's what we need. The shadow over here, you may notice, isn't right, so we can try and see if we can work on that. This is another good example. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I will. So, this is another good example of floating, Her hair's back, shadow could have been moved, but still floating. This one looks like he's doing like a dab or something. But either way, this is just really what I mean here. The shadow over here, doesn't look like he's floating. It looks like he's falling, right? Like he's about to fall on the ground, right? You're trying to tell a story with this, basically what I'm saying. This, I would say, is floating. I mean, sure, he has some couch support, but either way, he's floating in the air. He's not rising, he's not falling, he is just in the air. And the shadows too. This one a little better job.
No, he's on that couch.
And that's it. Alright. So let me show you guys some examples of pictures you can start off with. So that was the PowerPoint presentation. Now let me show you the images you could use. Hey, there are a couple images. Alright. So here's one image you could use right over here.
It's mine. No, I need. It's mine.
Alright.
How would I plug this?
Fine, then I'm not playing Minecraft then. Ever. But this is one image you could use if you want to make yourself float in like a barren forest, I guess. Yeah, 2 minutes. This is an example of him. So you need to lay flat out. He hasn't done anything yet, but he's gonna look like he's actually floating. That's one image you could use. And then this is one of him. I think he's on his other side. Yeah, his other side. So those are a couple image examples you could use to show that you're floating. Alright, what else do I have? Alright, so get your pictures in, and then the next video will make it. Yeah, 1 minute! Alright. This is the document. Right over here. Let it finish loading. Alright. So you guys can read over this. Alright, and then we're gonna finish it next week. You have 1 week to do this. And there's obviously gonna be an evaluation for it. Alright. Pretty simple evaluation. Right, so yeah, that's basically it. Get your pictures, and we're going to start making in the next video. If you have any questions about your pictures, comment down below. Bye.